Okay.
Namaskar.
Vaishali,
It's live.
okay, now you can go.
Okay.
Okay.
नमस्कार, आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है हमारी इस मेडिटेशन मैजिक चैनल के ऊपर। आज हमारे साथ जसलीन जी जुड़े हैं। वो फिनिक्स एरिजोना से है। वो एनर्जी मेडिसिन की प्रैक्टिस पिछले 4 साल से कर रही है। वो रेकी मास्टर है। वो न्यूमरोलॉजिस्ट है। पिछले 10 साल से वो मेडिटेशन कर रही है। तो आज हम उनसे जानेंगे एनर्जी मेडिसिन के बारे में। जसलीन जी, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for inviting me to this platform and giving me an opportunity to share what I have learned. So आज का topic है tracing pathways to organs and lymph system. So actually with a recap, I want to recap from last time that I was here. We had talked about, I think, meridian wheel flow, and we had talked about 5 elements: the water, fire, earth, wood. So we're going to be, working alongside with those meridian wheel flow, which is a 24-hour wheel flow cycle. And what happens is that, I think it's the next slide, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go to the next slide. If you hold just a moment. Oh, yeah. So if you look at this, you see this meridian wheel flow, and you can see that from 7 to 9, we have the earth element going on, stomach and spleen. And that's why they say that if you eat anything, even poison, you'll be able to digest, because we receive energy and oxygen and blood at that time in those organs. And then the next one, if you look, is from 12 to 2, we have fire element working. Then we have heart and small intestine that's receiving the energies. And then, from 3 to 6, we have water element, bladder and kidney. And then if you look at from 7 to 11, we have fire element again. Fire element has 4 organs. It has spleen, heart, pericardium, and then triple womb. Pericardium is a protector of the heart. It protects the heart. Whenever people that have issues with the heart because the pericardium is not working, it's an imbalance, and that's why they're having issues. Because if the pericardium is working fine, then the heart should not have any issues. And then if you look at it from 11 to 3 a.m., we have wood element, liver and gallbladder. And then same from 3 to 5, that we have lung and large intestine, the metal. And that's why they say you should meditate in the morning from 3 to 5, because lung has the most capacity, and you can concentrate and you can meditate much better when you do it at that time. So you see how it is in sync with what people are talking about. So anyway, today we're going to be learning on how to trace the meridians. This is a chart, but before we go on that, I wanted to just point out a few things based on the meridian wheel flow. If I can go back to that slide, just let me see if I can go back to that slide. Oh, no, sorry. I'm learning this computer, so it's going to take me a little. Opposite is not going. Okay, I'm not able to go back. Let me see if I can go back. Sorry. I got it. Okay. So here's the wheel flow. So if you notice, when it's 3 to 5 p.m., the bladder is getting the oxygen. When one is getting the oxygen, the opposite from that, the lung and liver gets depleted. So what happens between 3 and 5? Across the border, all of us feel very low in the energy. And what do? Because we've been so conditioned, we go and drink a cup of tea or coffee to wake us up, or we'll take a nap. Is that correct? Right? So that's why, it's, if we were actually supposed to do exercise, and breathing, then we will not have a need to take coffee or tea. And that goes same for when we are flying anywhere international, or when we are flying locally also. You notice that when we leave from home, it's one time zone. Like if we leave early in the morning, but when we reach India or when we reach another place, it is a different time. It's either night time. But our body only knows morning time because it is based, our system is working on the system over here in US. So that's why when we go back over there, we feel a few days, we feel like we need to sleep a little bit longer. We need to stay awake at nighttime because our body is used to that system. So once you start tracing these meridians, you will be able to readjust yourself within as good as, in an hour or 2 hours, and you'll be fine. Okay, so that based, I hope you understood that. Anybody has any questions on what I said so far?
नो मैम, बट आपकी आवाज आज क्लियर नहीं आ रही है.
आवाज क्लियर नहीं है?
नहीं, क्लियर नहीं आ रही है.
आई डोंट नो, ये तो है यहाँ पे showing me it's fine.
सभी लोग को आ रही है अच्छी तरह से आवाज? फ्रेंड्स, आप सबको आ रही है आवाज? चैट में टाइप कर दीजिए.
To go back to my thing. Okay, no problem. We'll just continue. Hopefully, I'll talk a little bit louder. Is that better? Yeah, Vaishali ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Is that better? So
Yes.
now we're going to work on tracing the meridians. Oh, sorry, go slide. It keeps moving on. So if you look at it right now, from 7 to 9 on the meridian meal flow is the stomach time, right? I don't know, आपके यहाँ कितने बजे हैं? Vaishali ma'am, what time is it in your?
10:45, 10:42.
10:42. It's an earth time, spleen time. So we're going to now start. If everybody would like to join me and start tracing the meridians, you will know what is the ending point and the closing point, starting point and ending point. Sometimes when we have pain in one organ, we can actually heal it by holding the starting point and the ending point. So as you look in this chart, it will show you the starting point and the ending point, which may not be very clear, but when you trace along with me, you will see what is the starting point and the ending point. So are you guys ready? So
Yes.
please get up, and I'm going to place, can you see me here? Before we start tracing, we're going to do 4 thumbs. We call it 4 thumbs because we want to make sure that we are grounded. So we're going to tap our stomach point, which starts at the cheekbones. Okay. So is everybody started? Okay. So we start thumping our stomach point on the cheek. Just take your finger tabs and just start thumping. Okay, and now secondly, we're going to do the kidney point, which is located 1 inch below the collarbone. You see this collarbone over here? Can you see me? And this is 1 inch below. So we're going to tap that over here. Why we are doing that is because we're making sure that our energies are flowing forward. Have you noticed that sometimes the older people have hard time healing? And they walk really slow because the energies are moving backwards. So once you just start thumping over here, you will have more energy and your energies will go forward. So we need to tap that. So the third point we're going to tap is right here by the breastbone. It's called Thymus. As we get older, our thymus energy, T cells, become lower. But if you start tapping on daily basis over here, your T cells will start growing, and you'll have a lot more immune support coming from your own body. You can generate it yourself. You don't have to depend on a lot of medications to give you immune support. So then the fourth point we're going to tap is right where the bra ends, or the ribs end. And we're going to tap that. That is called a spleen point. And that spleen point helps in metabolizing the emotions. So those 4 thumps are good to do on daily basis, even if you don't want to trace the meridians like I'm going to show you today. Even just thumping those 4, you are ensuring that your system is operating at its max. It's working much smoothly. Okay, so you can either massage them or you can tap them however you feel comfortable. Is everybody good on it? Does anybody have any questions on it?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you can hear much better now?
Yeah, I don't know. I have a problem or what? It still is not clear. I don't know.
Yeah, ma'am, are you having any issues?
Maybe my connection is low today. Internet connection. That's okay.
Sandhya, ma'am, are you okay with my volume? I have raised the volume to all the way high.
Okay.
Yeah, it is showing high. Okay.
Okay.
So now we're going to trace the meridians, okay? So first what we do is we always start from groin. Our hands have electromagnetic energy. So we're going to rub the hands first to create that electromagnetic energy. Okay. And so we're going to now place it right on the groin area right here. Can you see me? Okay. And we're going to trace it slowly, inhaling up all the way to the lower lip. Okay. And then we're going to trace the governing. The governing starts from the tailbone. We're going to trace it from the tailbone and touch wherever we can reach. And we're going to come over the head and come to the top of our lip. Okay, so I'm going to go one more time, tracing central. We call it central meridian. Before we start tracing anything, we trace the central and governing because that is a center point of our bodies. Okay, so we start from the groin area, we go up slowly, going over our neck and down to the lower lip. Then we're going to go from the tailbone on the back side, going up wherever we can reach and hold together, bringing the other hand over the head and coming down to the upper lip. Okay, so now we're going to start tracing stomach meridian. That starts from the cheekbone, where the cheekbone ends. So we're going to hold the hands right here by the cheekbone. We're going to trace it down. We're going to go over our head, come down in between the eyeballs, come down all the way to our collarbone, go out an inch, and then go over the breastbone inside the waist, go out the hips and go inside the hips and go down the legs and over to the second toe. Coming out to the second toe. The second toe is the ending point. The starting point is the cheekbones. Did you get it? I'm going to trace it one more time so that you got it. Okay, so we're going to start from the cheekbones, going down the face, over the face, coming down in between the eyeballs, coming down all the way here, going 1 inch over a breastbone, inside our waist, out to the hips, going straight down to the second toe. That's our stomach. Got it? Okay, so now we're going to trace the spleen. The spleen starts from inside the first toe and going up straight, going sideways to the hips, going in towards going straight up towards the armpit and coming down to the ribs, wherever the rib ends or wherever your raw ends, and you're going to tap those points. So we're going to go to the next one because we're going to trace this 2 times, and then we're going to trace again with the affirmations based on the emotions. So we'll talk about it later. So now we're going to work on our, sorry, I have to look at it. So it's heart. So the heart starts from under the armpit, going straight down and to the pinky finger, and pull it out, the energy. Same thing, we're going to go under the arm, under this thing, pinky finger, and go out. Then we're going to go to small intestine. So the small intestine is it small intestine? I'm not sure. I was looking at the Meridian video. I want to make sure I'm going to the Meridian video because it has to follow that. I'm just going based on this diagram. I'm sure it is correct. Anyways, so let's go on small intestine. So the small intestine goes to the pinky finger. That's the starting point. You're going to trace all the way towards the side, going over the shoulder, going down a little bit, coming up, and then we're going to come up through the face and inside of the opening of the ear. Can you see me clearly? Yeah? Okay, and we're going to go again on the other side, starting from the little pinky finger. We're going to go up on the side, going over the shoulder, going down a little bit to the scapula. You know, you go down and then you come up through the shoulder, coming up, and then going to the cheekbone and then to the end of the opening of the ear. Okay, that's tracing the small intestine. Now we're going to trace the bladder. The bladder starts from inside of our eyes, right here, where the eyes are opening, right here. So we're going to trace from here, going up, over the head, going down. I'm going to turn over, and then it goes down all the way, and then it goes to the glutes, and we just trace it down here. Then we're going to go back again from here, wherever our hands reach. It should be actually from our shoulder, but we cannot reach the shoulder. So whenever we reach, we go over, straight down to the 4th toe, to the last toe, the small toe. We pull it off. So the beginning point is from here for the bladder. Ending is the last toe, small toe. Okay, that's for the bladder. Then we're going to go to kidney. So the kidney actually starts under the foot. It starts under the foot, the ball of the foot right here. I don't know if you can see me right here. See this big toe and the second toe. In between, you would draw a line. And then where the pudgy part of the spleen ends, you're going to start from there. So you would start from there, and then you're going to circle around the ankles, coming up straight, out the hips, in towards the waist, and then coming straight up right here by the end of the collarbone, and you're going to tap those points. Okay, so that's kidneys. So the starting point is right here. Starting point is right under the foot, and then the ending point is right here for the kidneys. And then we're going to trace the gallbladder. The gallbladder is a bigger one, so you have to pay attention. So it starts from here, the side of the eyes. You're going to go up, you're going to come down, you're going to go behind the ears, and then come down, going over the shoulder, armpits, coming in towards the waist. No, sorry. I'm going to start back again. It starts from here. It starts from here, going straight up, going down. Then it's going to go behind the ears, coming down to the, over here by the bone. You're going to come forward to the head, going back again to the head, back side. Then you're going to come over the armpits, in towards the waist, out towards the hips, in towards the legs, going straight through the fourth toe. I'm going to trace that again because I know it's a longer one and it's a little bit difficult. It's a little difficult to follow. So here we go. So it starts from here. Okay. We go up like a triangle. We're going to make a triangle going straight up, coming down back to the ear, going back on the forehead, back over here. You're going to trace it forward, going back again, and then you're going to come towards the shoulder, towards the armpit, in towards the waist, out towards the hips, straight down to the fourth toe, coming out to the fourth toe. Okay, so that's a big one, I know, but we'll trace it again so you guys get it. So now we're going to do gallbladder. Now we're going to do triple warmer. The triple warmer is located on the ring finger. So you're going to turn your hands over. It starts from the third finger, going over. You're going to trace it over, come up, and you're going to come towards the end of the eye. Okay? So same with, we're going to go from the ring finger, we're going to go up, straight up, over the shoulder, coming behind the ear, towards the opening of the eye, ending of the eye. So ending of the eye has 2 points. It's got gallbladder and triple warmer. Okay, so now we're going to trace gallbladder. I missed something. Anyway, I missed this. We're going to do circulation cells of pericardium. So the pericardium starts from the nipple, right here. It starts from here, going over the shoulder, going through the third finger. But we've got the hands open like this. Okay, so it starts from here, like you would draw a line from the nipple. You'll go up, and then you go straight down the third finger. All right, so I did a little bit different. Now we're going to go to liver. The liver is located in between the first and the second toe, inside of it. Inside of the first toe, we're going to bring it up straight down, out towards the hip, in towards the waist, going straight down inward. This is where the liver is. So you're going to tap it or you're going to do figure eights, whatever you feel like doing. Okay, and now we're going to go to lung. So the lung starts from here, right about an inch from our armpit. So you're going to start from here, going over the shoulder and over the thumb. You're going to trace it and pull the energy out. So you're going to start from here, and you're going to go over the shoulder and out to the thumb. So that's lung. And last but not the least is large intestine. So the large intestine is from the first finger. It goes from straight above, going towards the inside of the outside of the bone, and going up over the throat, coming up to the nose, going towards the other side and ending towards this side again. Okay. So the large intestine is going from the first finger, going up straight, going over the throat, coming over to the side of the nose, or coming onto the other side and ending to the same side. So that's large intestine. And now we're going to go back to stomach. So wherever we start, that's where we end with, because it's 7 to 9 still the earth time. So we're going to start the stomach point again. It starts from the cheekbone. Starting from the cheekbone, we're going to go down over the face, coming straight down the eyeballs, going down the throat, going out towards the breast, coming into the waist, going out to the hips, going straight down the second toe. And we end with central and governing meridian again. So that's starting from groin. You're going to go up, coming up the throat and going to the lower lip. And then we're going to go from tailbone up We're going to trace it over the head and come in towards the upper lip. So was that okay? A little bit difficult to follow? How is that? Sandhya ma'am, Vaishali ma'am, any comments? Anybody?
No, it's good. It's good. It's good exercise. Yeah, it's
Yes. The reason we want to trace those meridians is what happens is it actually starts integrating our chakras, our organs, and you're ensuring every day when you trace this that if there is any imbalances, it starts fixing on its own because your hands have electromagnetic energy and it is clearing that area. So we're going to trace it one more time. Is that okay?
या तो अगर रूटीन में हम ये करें तो 10 मिनट लगती है हमें 10 मिनट लगेगी
10 मिनट once you remember 5 मिनट भी लग जाते हैं because you go so fast like this
और हमें बॉडी को टच करना होता है कि नहीं करना होता है
you don't have to touch it, you can just go over like I am keeping an inch up there besides it, you can go like that.
So बॉडी को टच करने की जरूरत नहीं है.
No, you don't have to touch it.
Okay.
But you do, like the tailbone, you can a little bit, but you can still come over the head without touching the head.
Okay. और कभी हमसे कुछ गलतियां भी हो जाए तो उसका क्या करना है? गलती हो जाए.
It doesn't matter as long as your ending point and starting point is good, you're okay.
Okay.
Okay, because we are tracing the meridians, we are tracing the pathways that are taking to the organ. That's how our blood and oxygen is being fed. So whenever you have any issues, you can look at this chart or you can say, oh, I'm having problem here, or the lung starts here. So the lung is having issues, you see? It is basically to help you identify what is wrong in your body. Because a lot of times when we go to doctors, the doctors really don't know what the issues are. They just give you medication. Here, take this. But when you trace this and you know what is the beginning and ending point, you can say what the organ is having issues. And you can work directly on that organ to help regain its strength. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yes, yes.
And it is not only, the organ has just that function of this, but the organs are attached to the muscles. I will give you example of like small intestine is attached to this muscle over here in the thigh. So like I was explaining to someone, I don't know whether I shared with you guys last time, I had a neighbor, she had fallen off. No, she had actually done an ankle surgery. And when she got the ankle surgery done, you know, they told her that she needs to do physical therapy because she lost all her muscle strength in her thighs and she was not able to climb steps. If she would climb like 2 or 3 steps, then she'd be huffing and puffing and she couldn't make it through the whole flight of steps. So for 2 months, she did physical therapy, but she was not able to get the strength back in her thighs. So someone suggested to her that, you know, please go and visit her because she knows energy medicine and she can help you. So hesitantly, you know, she came to me because she thought, you know, physical therapy was not able to help. What was she able to help, right? So when I worked on her, I immediately knew what the problem was because small intestine also holds the muscle strength in here. It works on that. So when I started working on her and I told her, we're going to learn later neurolymphatic points. And the neurolymphatic points for small intestines are located right here where the rib ends. And I started getting her to massage this area daily. She did within 2 weeks, she said, I can climb, I'm not out of breath. I am amazed how this system works. So you see, you just have to believe and you have to accept that these things are very true. So the small intestine runs this muscle. So each organ not only runs the muscle group, but it also runs our emotions. So our emotions are also attached to it. Later, we're going to trace a couple of times again with affirmations for each organ. Like, you know, when we have fear is coming from kidney and bladder. So we're going to make an affirmation for kidney and bladder so that we are And it goes deep into the system. When we say it loud, the system can hear and understand what we are saying. And it starts rebuilding that fear, clearing the fear out of our system. So it's try it out. I think you might like it. So anyways, let's trace one more time, then we're going to do it with affirmations. Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Fine, right? Okay, so we're going to trace from the groin up. Always, we always start from here, starting from the groin up, going to the bottom of the lip. That's a central meridian. We're going to trace it from the bottom of our tailbone, going up over the head and coming to the top of our lip. That's a governing. So now, because it's an earth time 7 to 9, we're going to work on our stomach. So the stomach starts from here, the cheekbones. So we're going to start from here, going down the face, going over the face, coming straight down middle of the pupils, coming straight in a straight line. Then as we come to the collarbone, we're going to go 1 inch out, and then we're going to go over our breast area, in towards the waist, out towards the hip, going straight down to the second toe. The second toe is our ending point. Okay, and you can pull the energy off. So then we're going to work on spleen.
Okay, so second toe को हमको खाली touch करना है कि we don't have to touch the second toe?
No, you have to touch the second toe. You actually have to pull the energy out of it.
Okay, so starting with the touch point and ending with the touch point, right?
Yes, in between you can do it in the field. That's fine.
Okay, okay.
But the starting and ending point you have to, because you're not only tracing it, but you're clearing the energy. When you're pulling the energy off the toe, if there's any excess energy, it will clear from there.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so like I pull the energy off the toe, second toe. So now we're going to work on spleen. So the spleen starts from the first toe, inside of the first toe. We're going to go straight down the foot, coming inside of our leg, tracing it out to the hips, in towards the waist, going straight, we're going to go out the hips, going straight up to the armpit and down to where the rib ends, and we're going to massage it or tap it. Okay, and most of the time what we worked on so many clients, we found that people are malnourished in spleen. The spleen is always underactive, and that's why they have issues with emotions. They have little hard time processing emotions, because spleen is the biggest one that metabolizes the emotions. Okay, so the ending point is starting of the first toe, inside of the toe, ending point is the rib cage. You got it? So for the heart is inside of the armpit, going straight down, and we are going to pull off the energy from the small finger. Okay, same thing, we're going to go inside the armpit, going down the small finger. That's heart. I'm coming over because I'm looking. Small intestine.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry, small intestine, because I don't have a chart with me over here. Small intestine is going from the small finger. You're going to go over to the side of it. You're going to go about 1 inch down the scapula, going up over the shoulder, going over the face, inside the face a little bit towards the cheekbone, and out towards the opening of the ear. So when people have hard time hearing, they need to check and see if the small intestine is working properly. So just a side note. So now you're going to trace it. Yes, you're going to start from the small finger, going up, going down the scapula 1 inch, coming up, going over the shoulder, going over the face, cheekbone, and then ending towards the opening of the ear. So that's your small intestine. And now we're going to do bladder. So the bladder starts from inside of the eye, going above the head, going behind the head. Then wherever you can reach, you grab it, going down over the glutes, and you trace it down. Then you go back again, wherever you can reach it, then going down And we're going to go to the last toe. We're going to pull the energy of the last toe. So the beginning point is inside of the eye, and the ending point is the fourth toe. Okay, bladder is so very important, because when you have people, I mean, I think as we get older, we have nervous system problems. You see old ladies start shaking their hands. It's because their nervous system is not working properly. That's why their hands are shaking, because the nervous system is involved, associated with bladder. Okay, it's not very clear. Kidney. So now the kidney goes inside, under the foot, ball of the foot, going over the ankle. We're going to trace a circle, small circle, going inside the leg, going straight up, and we're going to end with the 1 inch below the collar, and we're going to tap those points to make sure the energies are moving forward. Okay, so that's the kidney is the biggest one in helping people. You know, when people have swollen legs, part of the problem is because kidney is not able to release the toxins, and that's why they have this. But when they start working with the neurolymphatic points, which we're going to learn later, and start tapping these points, the kidney starts having better functions. So now we're going to work on pericardium. So the pericardium starts from the nipple inside, from here, starting where the nipple starts, and going over in middle of the arm on the third finger, and out the third finger, we're going to pull the energy out. So we're going to do the same thing from the nipple, going over middle of the arm and the third finger, and we're going to pull the energy out. Okay, then we're going to go to triple warmer. So the triple warmer, you're going to turn your hand over to the back side, and you're going to trace it from the third finger inside, going inside of the arm over here, and going straight up behind the ear, coming to the end of the eye. Same thing, you're going to trace from the third finger, going over the behind the ear and coming to the opening of the eye. All right, ending of the eye. Then we're going to do gallbladder. The gallbladder is a bigger one. It starts right here with the eye ends. You're going to trace it up like a triangle, coming down, going behind the ear. Where our, what one is it? I can't remember, but going down here where the neck ends and the head ends. Going to go forward, then we're going to come back again, and then we're going to go down over the armpits, going in towards the waist, out towards the hips, going straight down the fourth toe. We're going to pull the energy of the fourth toe. Okay, so the ending starting point is the inside of the eye, outside of the eye, and the fourth toe. Gallbladder. Now we're going to do liver. So the liver starts inside of the first toe. And we're going to trace it straight up, going towards the side, going sideways, and then we're going to come where the rib ends, we're going to come inside. This is where the liver organ is actually. And we're just going to tap it, or we're going to massage that area. So that's your liver. The lung, it starts from right here, about an inch, where our armpit starts. So you're going to trace an inch. You're going to start from that. That's your starting point. And we're going to trace it over the shoulder and out the thumb. And we're going to pull the energy out. So same thing, you're going to trace it from where the armpit ends. You're going to pull 1 inch out. That's your starting point. And you're going to trace it over the arm and over the thumb. And pull the energy off. So that's your lung. Then there's a large intestine. It's starting from first finger, inside of the first finger, going over. And then we're going to go behind the ear. Going over the face and over the nose to the other side, and then ending on the same side. Okay, so that's large intestine. The large intestine is a big one because it helps in constipation. So whenever people have issues with constipation, large intestine is the biggest one. skin problems, it's the large intestine is a culprit. We'll call it a culprit. Okay, so here you go. Again, tracing from inside of the thing, going over the under the neck, coming to the side of the nose, going to the other side and ending on the same side. So that's large intestine. And then because it's a stomach time, we're going to trace one more time stomach time. So we're going to start from the cheekbone, coming down over the face, coming down the pupil, going down straight, going out towards the breast, in towards the hips, going down, straight down to the second toe. And then we end up with tracing central meridian from the groin straight up to the lower lip, from the tailbone, going from the tailbone over the head, coming down to the top of the face. And that's the tracing of the organs. And I hope you got it this time. Okay. Right. We're going to have to trace. Let me go back to my PowerPoint and show you something else. How was that, everybody? Was that okay?
It's good. It's good. We need to practice.
Yeah, was it overwhelming? Sorry.
Yes.
So
किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है, कुछ पूछना है?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So now we're going to take meridians with affirmations. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is not the right one. It's not starting from stomach. Can I look at the other one? Sorry. Yeah. This is starting from heart. Yeah. I honor my inner warrior. I'm safe. Okay, I have it over here. Okay, I have it over here. Okay, I got it. I got it. Okay, so we're going to trace with the meridians. It's the same tracing, but we are going to with the affirmations, okay? So we start always with central. So when we start with central from the groin, you're just going to follow along, or do you want me to tell you everything? Because when I'm tracing, I either have to focus on the wording or have to focus on the telling you where the locations are. So just try to follow along and trace it, and then we're going to do the affirmations, okay? So the central is, I center myself in spirit, okay? And then the governing is, I ground myself in gratitude. Now we're going to go to stomach. The stomach affirmation is, I trust the mystery of life. So it starts from the cheekbone. I trust the mystery of life. You're going down, coming into the waist, going out, and going out to the second toe. I trust the mystery of life. Okay, the stomach. The spleen is, I nourish myself with love. So it's coming inside toe, going up, out to the hips, and going straight up to the armpit and down. And that is, I nourish myself with love. Now the heart is, I love myself deeply. And the second side is, I love myself completely. Okay, that is heart. Small intestine is going from the small finger, it goes up. Small intestine, I know what I am, and I am safe. Okay, so did you get that? Sorry. Bladder. So the bladder affirmation is, I feel vibrant, hopeful, and fully alive. So I trust. I feel vibrant, going down. I feel vibrant, hopeful, and fully alive. Fourth toe. Okay. So the kidney is, okay, it comes from the ball of the foot You trace a circle coming up and you come down to this thing, and the affirmation is, I step forward with courage. Okay. The circulation says is, I take care, starting from the nipple going up, the third finger. It says, I take excellent care of my heart. I take excellent care of my heart. Okay. So then now it is triple warmer. Triple warmer. So it starts from the third finger backside. I take excellent care. I honor my inner warrior. And then I am safe. So I take care of inner warrior and I'm safe. Okay. And then gallbladder is, I assert myself. So gallbladder is going up, going down, going behind, going forward, going back, then coming towards the side. And the good affirmation is, I assert myself peacefully and release judgment easily. Fourth toe. Okay. Liver is inside the first toe. I am kind to myself. Okay, and the lung is, I breathe in fresh chi and I breathe out stale energy. Okay, large intestine is, I let go of fear, shame, and guilt. Okay, I let go of fear, shame, and guilt. That's the affirmation for large intestine, because it's associated with this thing. Then stomach, we go back to stomach. I trust in the mystery of life. Okay, that's the second toe. And the central is, I center myself in spirit and I ground myself in gratitude. So those are your affirmations. You can take a screenshot if anybody needs it of these affirmations, which I just did. Yes, you can take the affirmation screenshots.
Yes, I took it.
Okay, perfect. And here. Okay, so now next we are going to do work on is a neurolymphatic points. So this is a better picture if you look at it. It tells you the timing and it tells you all the details about the stomach and all that stuff. If you look at it, it gives you the affirmations. See, I feel noticed, appreciated. It's a little more detail, and it also shows you how to trace it. If you did today with me, you'll figure out if the starting point is here, ending point is here. Okay, so this is just for you guys to know a little bit more about it.
So ये जो एरो है ऊपर, तो वो ऊपर से स्टार्ट करनी है, और जो वही समझना है ना, जो एरो है ऐसे.
नहीं, ये एरो नीचे है ना. Those are yin yang meridians and yin meridians. Remember last time we were talking about left side of the body is a yin side, female side, and the right side is a yang, male side. And actually, I was supposed to tell you that the yin meridians are actually located superficially. It's not so deep. So when you have a pain, you can touch out on top and you can release the pain. But when it's a yang meridians on the left side, right side, they are going deeper inside the tissues and muscles. So you have to have a little more patience with them and go deeper into it to release the pain from those yang meridians. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Because they are deeper. They're not sitting superficially. The yin are sitting superficially and on the surface. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, this is a very nice chart because it gives you the clock, it tells you central, I'm success, it gives you a little bit more, I'm supported for the governing vessel. So when you have a little more time, you can go through it. And anytime, if you need, you can always play back and draw the meridians with trace technique. So now we're going to go to the neurolymphatic points. The neurolymphatic points are located in front of the body and back side of the body, and also on the shoulders and on the legs. Actually, they're all over. Why should we do those neurolymphatic points? Because it, first of all, energizes us. It removes the toxins from our body. It clears the stagnant hormonal, emotional, and physical energies. It also balances the meridians and their related organs. And it helps in preventing illness. It metabolizes the body and overcoming existing illness. And it clears the emotions and thought pattern. Whenever you're thinking about something, in your brain, do you remember which organs are located in the brain, major ones? The major are gallbladder and large intestine, right? So if you start massaging this area over here, you will start releasing the thoughts. Whenever you have too many thoughts and you're not able to release it, go over here and start doing that. It will start clearing your thoughts. Okay. So here, sorry, I'm not going there. So we're going to go back to that. If I can go back to my screen. So this is the location of all the different neurolymphatic points. So if you like, we can go one time over, and I can show you where they're located and how to massage those points. Personally, for me, I always get up first thing in the morning and I massage my back wherever I can reach. I can only reach this lower part of it. So I reach that and I massage along or around the side of the spine, because you see so many organs are located there. And what it does is, my teacher, the way she explained it is, when we don't clear our back, what happens is that's when we have issues with our thought pattern. That's when we have issues of being negative and being depressive. When you start clearing these neurolymphatic points on the back, it starts releasing the toxins from us. The bigger organ in the back is actually the kidney and the adrenals. Right where the break is, that's where the adrenals are sitting. And lower is the thing. And then, of course, there's all these spleen, heart, and all that. So when you work on your back, you're actually releasing the toxins that are built up. And you will feel you're much more alive and in the now rather than being in the past. So that's the beauty of doing this. It also helps, having clear communication between the meridians and the chakras. And it is also good to do them because it helps you if you're distressed or emotional, very emotional. So that's the spinal flush, and then there's the thing. So do you want me to go over these points with you guys? Do you have a few minutes or?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, you want to go over?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will show you how to flush those. So the first points are located in the center, right about here. This is the lung point right here. And anytime, whenever you're massaging, you have to massage it a little bit deeper than just, like tapping, a little bit more deeper, round, small circles. And this is the lung meridian. This is, lung. Over here, we are removing the toxins and clearing it from the lung area. And then if you go about an inch out, you will be going again the lung, and as you go down, you'll be doing gallbladder. So you guys can do it with me, or you can just watch me what I'm doing. Okay. So those are the points. So first point was lung, right in the center. Okay. And if it is painful, that means there's some stagnant energy or there's some issue, imbalance in it. But what will happen is if you start massaging those areas, like couple of days, you'll notice that it is no longer painful. And
तो कितनी देर मसाज करना है?
just 1 or 2 seconds only, just like
okay.
Not too long. You don't have to waste too much time. But because what happens with the lymph system, we don't have a pump. Like, you know, we say सुअर के लिए पंप होता है घर में ना, और उसको पंप करने के लिए वो पंप अपने आप ही सुअर निकाल देता है हमारे घर से, right? But for our body, whenever we have excess water, you must have heard people say, oh, in the lungs she has too much water held up, and that's why she's sick. Have you heard? Mostly old people go with that. It's because they don't go and massage their body, or they don't, you know, move the toxins out. When you start massaging it on daily basis, just even for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, it starts moving the energy from that organ and starts sending it to the kidney and liver to release it.
Okay.
That's all basically we are doing, is to remove the toxins, because we eat so much food, we eat so much junk things sometimes, and the toxins get built up in our liver, in our lungs, in our kidney, and this is just a way to ensure that we are clearing it on daily basis. So, okay, so we did that. Then 1 inch out we'll come, and this is right here is the kidney point, you know, where I said you massage this on daily basis, because you want to make sure that your energies are flowing forward, that you're not feeling, you know, lethargic, and you're not feeling like I can't do today anything, because you are moving forward. When you're moving forward, it's also very good because homolateral pattern. I don't know if I had talked about the homolateral pattern, because when you're homolateral pattern, remember when I showed 2 straight lines, and if you're going weak on it, that means your homolateral pattern, your energies are not moving forward. This is basically true in ADHD kids. The ADHD kids, their patterns are not, the body is not moving forward. And that's why they are having these issues, and they're not able to connect, you know, learn properly and not focus. So that helps in focusing. So then anyways, we do that, and then we go make a claw over here, put by the thumb, and right here is our kidney. We are massaging the kidney neurolymphatic points over here on the side. So you just massage for a second or so right here. Then we're going to do over here by the armpit, because that's where the central is. The center, remember we started that? So you're clearing the central point right here when you're massaging here. And about 1 inch over here, right here is the stomach point, and right here is a governing point. And so there's a lung, there's a stomach, and there's a governing right here. You got it? So I'm going to do again. So this is a stomach point. This is a lung point, because lung starts about 1 inch over here. So this is the lung, and then there's a governing point. Okay, so those are the points. Then we're going to use our navel as a landmark, and we're going to come 1 inch out from the navel. These are the bladder points. So when someone has an issue with the bladder where they cannot hold the
I think she's disconnected.
Jaslinji.
that. Okay, can you see me? Okay.
Yes.
So I was saying we're going to use the navel as a landmark, and we're going to go 1 inch out, and that's a bladder point. So when people have issues with, you know, going to bathroom frequently, if they start massaging this, it will start rebalancing their bladder. Okay. Then we're going to go 1 inch above. 1 inch above, we're going to come. This is our kidney points. No, sorry, it's adrenal points. Adrenal points right here. And then 1 inch above is our kidney points. We're going to go 1 inch below, that's a triple warmer. Okay. And then there is a as right at the groin, right here is a pericardium point, and right out towards the groin area is the bladder points again. Okay, so we're massaging those. Then we're going to go down the leg. The leg is right here. Is the whole outside of the leg is a large intestine point, and inside over here is a small circulation, so it's pericardium. And as you go down inside is small intestine. Outside is large intestine. Inside right here starting is pericardium. And as you go lower, it is small intestine. Same thing on the other side. Outside is large intestine. And then inside is pericardium. And as you go lower, it is small intestine. So those are the points in the front. On the back, when I get up first thing in the morning, what I do is, can you see me in the back?
Yes.
So what I do is I take my, I make a fist and I put one down and one above and I stretch it to make the space in the spine. You know how some people say we have compressed spine because they sit on the computer all day long, but all they need to do is, stretch it from one side to the other side. And then same way I stretch it on the one side to the other side. Now, ideally, we're supposed to stretch from here to here, but because I cannot reach that far, whatever I can reach, I stretch it. And then I go alongside of it and I start, wherever my hands reach, I start massaging that points, different points. You can see on the diagram what those points are, but I start massaging this 2 times at least. I do that every day. And then I can go back on top and I can do like this. So that way I'm covering my whole back. Okay. And then don't forget your indent is a PowerPoint. That's where your nervous system actually sits. And your spinal fluid. If you want the spinal fluid to move up and down, you need to press this PowerPoint over here. On daily basis, hold it for a minute or 2, whatever you can. If there's a pain, you need to do longer. If there's no pain, then just do it for a minute or 2. And then these 2 points right here where the neck is ending, at the end of the head is the bladder points again. So see, bladder has bladder points. If you notice, right?
Yes.
Okay. So those are your neurolymphatic points. Okay. But they are very important because we need to clear the thing. So we're going to end the session today with doing heaven and earth. We need to change the screen. Anyways, that's fine. The last slide is heaven and earth. And the heaven and earth exercise is done by activating our hands and then shaking them off and then bringing it to the heart center and taking a deep breath, inhale, and we're going to go reach one hand above, opening it towards the sky and one down below the earth. Okay, and then we're going to bring it down back to the heart and we're going to do the other side. Inhale up and exhale. So this heaven and earth exercise is done because it actually creates a space. We are bringing more akash, air, akash into space into our body, and it helps especially when you have joint problems. It's very important to do the stretching exercises on daily basis, heaven and earth, so that there is more space created in your body. And I think there's a few more pointers on it because I don't have the slide with me. I don't remember. So, okay, so that's the end of my presentation. I hope you guys understood or has helped you understand why we trace the meridians and why we do the neurolymphatic points. Any questions or anything I can answer?
या बहुत अच्छी तरह से समझाया जसलीन जी.
हाँ, thank you.
या प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी इसकी भी.
Right, इसकी प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी रोज की ना.
हाँ,
And it just, once you start practicing, it takes only 5 minutes to do that. 5 minutes to do the neurolymphatic points. I do it. If you don't do it together back to back, anytime during the day you do it, you will notice that your systems are running much better and you're not having so much pain issues in your body.
Yeah, and अभी जब हम टैपिंग कर रहे थे तो I have a पेन है
कहाँ पे?
like यहाँ पे भी पेन.
Yeah, thymus पे.
Yeah,
This is thymus. No, I think, yeah, it is thymus. So immune system is a little bit low, right?
Yeah, यहाँ पर ये
Yeah,
deep
yeah,
में
that
अगर
is,
आप टैप करो ना तो यहाँ
हाँ,
पर पेन है. हाँ,
हाँ, तो वो thymus का है, वो immune system का है.
और नहीं है पर मिडल में है, मिडल में.
Yes, so you need to just tap that and massage it daily basis.
And थाई में जब टैप किया ना तो लेफ्ट थाई में आउटर साइड पेन है.
Upper, so वो, it is the pericardium, no? Inside, yeah.
Outside.
So that's a large intestine.
Right.
Large intestine. So you have to massage that, or you can hold this point, and this point, it will start clearing also.
Okay.
Sometimes just that will do it. If that doesn't do it, then you do have to go and clear the lymphs from this side, on the side of your legs. You have to remove them from there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but this is very important because this is where your T cells are built. Okay, when we say, nowadays they're talking about mitochondria and the T cells because they are helping keeping us young, right? So it is important to tap this and create those more T cells in our body so that we are, we can live longer and be happier rather than, being, what the other way I want to say is when we go older, how some people ko bahut jhuriyan ho jati hai. Wrinkles, this will prevent from the wrinkles to build so much in your face. So it's important to tap that. The other thing, when we did this heaven and earth exercise, it's good to do it before you sit for meditation. Because when you're stretching, you're bringing your space energy in, and then you can sit longer in meditation and not feel like there's pain. Oh, I cannot move here. I cannot do this. So that's a good exercise to start to do it before meditation.
Okay. So left side एक बार और फिर नमस्कार करके दूसरी side.
Yes.
करके
You
फिर
can
नमस्कार.
repeat it 2-3 times, or you can just do it once. However you feel, you'll learn as you go along. You will notice that, oh, I don't feel like I got enough space energy. I need to do one more time. Your body will let you know.
Okay.
And so that more you do it, the more you will feel. I know this is a comprehensive system where this system what I've learned is really amazing because it has helped me a lot of times from getting illness or anything. And whenever it comes, I can catch it right away and clear it. Then I don't have to go to the doctors and waste my time and this thing. So I feel really blessed. Wow. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the session or learned something from it.
Yes. We learn a lot. Yeah. वो बहुत informative. ये बहुत अच्छी जानकारी है. हमको करना चाहिए ये.
Yes, and then you have good slides I've given. You can take pictures of it. As I gave you the slides, you could have, or if you need any time, any more help, just let me know. I'll be glad to help.
Okay, जरूर. Yeah, बहुत धन्यवाद आपका. संध्या, YouTube stop कर दो.
Yes, I'll do it soon, Vaishali. Thank you, Jaslinji, so much. Beautiful session. I have missed some of it, but we'll have to watch your video on YouTube again.